Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a no-sew fleece scarf that would be great as a Christmas gift. I'm actually going to make these for my daughter's preschool teachers. What you need is your rotary mat and rotary cutter, or just a pair of fabric scissors, which is what I'm using because my material that you'll also need is pretty big, and you can see my mat is like this. Material is like this, so that's not going to work. You'll also need liquid stitch. So let's get started. Okay, now the first thing I did was, this was a big piece of material and I cut it down to a big rectangular shape. Now I'm making this for an adult woman, so I had it pretty long, and plus the ends are going to be fringed, so it's not really going to be that long. I did that with my fabric scissors. What I'm going to do now is take my material and I'm going to flip it over. I have the good side facing up and the fuzzier side facing down. The side that's going to show in the end is facing up, and I'm going to fold this over. When you are cutting your material into your big rectangle in the beginning, make sure that your rectangle is as wide as you want it to be, twice as wide as you want it, because you're going to fold it over. So this is what actually will be the size of the scarf. So when you have it laid out, you want to double the size because you're going to put it in half. Then I'm going to go in about 4 inches because I'm going to have my fringe be 4 inches long, and I'm going to use my liquid stitch. And I'm going to go in about 4 inches, I'm just eyeballing it. And I'm going to glue all the way down the edge of my scarf where it's folded over till I get to the end, about 4 inches from the end. I'm going to pat that all down. Now I'm going to let this dry. I think it says about, it says let dry 24 hours. So what I usually do is set it and let it dry overnight, because when you're working with it, you're going to be flipping it inside out and stuff, and you don't want to end up messing up what you already did and pulling it apart and stuff. So usually leave that somewhere high where the kids can't reach it and let it sit overnight. Okay, now so after it's been drying for 24 hours, and your edges are stuck, you're going to take the whole thing and flip it inside out so that your good print side is showing. Take it, and you can see this, just turn it right inside out. Like this. Flatten it out and show you guys. Just like this. And our seamed edge is right there. I'm going to actually flip it so that this side is up on the side. So it's hard filming projects like these when you're trying to do the project and hold the camera at the same time. I just want, like, this side folded here. I want the seam folded on this side. It's nice and flat with your seam right along this side. What I'm going to do now is cut the fringe. And I'm going to have my fringe on the end come in 4 inches, and each part is going to be 1 inch thick. Now I've been doing this for a while, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. But you could take a ruler and like lay your ruler here and just cut right along 1 inch marks. So I'll try to do this right above the camera, like so. And first I'm going to even this up right here because I didn't glue on this part. So I just want to make that even. And I'm going to cut, see, I can see where 4 inches is anyway, because where my seam starts. And I'm just going to cut into there about 1 inch strips. It doesn't have to be perfect because these are going to be tied. And no one's really going to notice. I mean, you want them as close to right as you can so that they look nice, but if you make a little mistake, it's no big deal. The same thing with the fleece fringe blankets. Little mistakes aren't noticed. Then when you get to the end here, you got to cut it sideways. And see, now because I was eyeballing it, this piece is a little bit bigger than these pieces, but nobody's going to notice that. You're going to go ahead and do the same on the other side. Okay, so we got our fleece edges, fringe I should say, cut on each side. And now what we're going to do is, if you've ever made a no-sew fleece blanket, this is the same thing that you do with the edges. You have your fringe, and you basically just tie knots. You tie once and twice on each piece of fringe. Once, twice. The thing I love about fleece, besides that when you cut it the ends aren't going to fray, is that it's so stretchy. So you can pull these real tight and it might look like bunchy to you and not look right, but then you could just stretch it back out and it goes where it's supposed to be. Okay, that end's all tied. I'm going to go ahead and make my ties on, whoops, I missed one. Tie that one. I'm going to go ahead and tie the other edge, and then I will show you our finished product. Okay, so now this is our scarf all finished. We got those fringe edges tied and these ones. And it's pretty big, but like I said, it's for an adult. Lots of times I'll make these for my kids and stuff. I'm just going to fold it up so I can show you. And this print is gorgeous. I got this from Joann's.com. I actually made my mom a no-sew fleece fringe blanket out of this material and a backing that looked kind of like this color here. And this and another piece were left over from that. So I decided to make scarves for each one of my daughter's preschool teachers. So that is that. I hope you like this. It's easy. It makes a great gift. You know, it's pretty and it's personal since it's handmade by yourself. If you watch my other video about the no-sew fleece hats, you can make a set. I've done that a lot. I've actually sold some of those hats and scarf sets. And yeah, so here is a picture with me wearing the scarf so you can see what it looks like on an adult.